Hello everyone. Today I am going to deliver a presentation about the grade of English podcast. But before we dig deep to my presentation, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Levina Della, and I'm currently a university student at BINUS Bandung. I am currently studying creative entrepreneurship. So why do I wanted to brought this topic to you guys? Because I wanted to share my experience from listening to English podcasts for the last 2 months. So here are 4 benefits from listening to English podcasts. The first one is practice listening skills. Have you ever tried to listen to someone who's talking in English and then you find it difficult for you to understand? If yes, so do I. I've been practicing my listening skills from watching movies or listening to music, but I always ended up read the subtitles or search for the lyrics. But with podcasts, you can. Most of English podcasts don't serve you transcripts. So if you wanted to understand what are they saying, you were forced to listen to them carefully, and then maybe repeat it again and again if there was unclear sentences or words, which that can lead you to practice listening skills. The second one is learn new vocabularies. There are a lot of types of contents inside of the podcast, and they will mention many vocabularies, and you may haven't heard some of those vocabularies, which can lead you to learn the vocabularies that you've never heard before. The third one is types of genres. There are a lot of types of genres of English podcasts. There are lifestyles, comedy, self-improvement, education, scientific, and even fiction that can take you away to your imagination. And I've been listening to this one lifestyle podcast from United States, and it's not just entertain me, but also I gain knowledge from listening to the podcast. I finally understand of the culture of United States, which I don't need to go to the United States or live in the United States to feel the culture of United States. So these type of podcasts don't just entertain you, but also will educate you and make you gain more knowledge. Number 4, the 4 benefits from listening to English podcasts because of the convenience of the podcast itself. Because it's cheap. It's sometimes most of the podcasts are even free. And then there are a lot of platforms that you can listen to podcasts. There are Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, or sometimes Anchor. And you can listen to podcasts on a web browser or even apps. And because the most exciting part is, you can listen to podcasts anywhere and anytime. While you're cooking, or maybe while you're driving, or waiting for someone, or while you're QQing, or maybe take your dog for a walk, or any other task that doesn't need your full attention. And sometimes those boring tasks, if you listen to podcasts, you can make those boring tasks even more exciting. So, there you go. 4 benefits from listening to English podcasts. And now, I am going to give you my top 5 podcast recommendation that you might be interested into listening to it. So, the first one is Nebraska. It's a narrative fiction story about a horror story. It's about a girl who lost. And then the second one is Day by Day. Day by Day is also a fiction narrative story podcast. The story are all inspired by our new normal. And then the third one is TED Talks. I'm sure that a lot of you have heard TED Talks. The TED Talks podcast contains a lot of self-improvement and education. And then the fourth one is Call Your Girlfriend. Call Your Girlfriend is about two long distance best friends talking about life true events. And then the fifth one is oh my god, I forgot. The fifth one is a Indie Open. Indie Open is a podcast about mental health, which gives you a lot of information about mental health. I hope you enjoy my presentation and thank you for your attention. And until then, have a good day and see you next time.